Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a commentary channel, and content varies. I discuss serious topics, anything from drug abuse, mental health issues. I even discuss my own life, and I also upload at night time paranormal events that are going on in my home. And today I thought, oh, even though I'm not feeling well, I've wanted to touch on UAPs, UFOs, USOs, whatever you want to call them, unidentified objects, or I'm going to call them unidentified entities. And with that, I'm also going to include ghosts. I'm going to include aliens as we know them. Now, before I discuss that, I know that there's a lot of people waiting with bated breath, and I hate using phrases like bated breath, like just baiting your breath. But they're waiting for disclosure. And there's a lot of whistleblowers come forth. And supposedly Dr. Stephen Greer has enabled a law that anyone from the military who comes forth as a whistleblower is protected. But I don't honestly trust what's being said. I don't believe that these organizations that are dark, that are doing these reverse engineering and are involved with aliens would really let that information out. But anyway, it is what it is. I am a great fan and supporter of Dr. Carla Turner's work. And in my own psychic abilities, my own mediumship, I've seen some things. And I believe, and I'm starting to believe, that these entities are demonic. Now, I include everything. I include ghosts, aliens, spirit guide, everything. I think mankind is being tricked. No, I am not coming from a Christian viewpoint. Please do not misunderstand. I am not a Christian. I do not believe in a Christian God. The Christian God seems very narcissist to me. He's made, he's very unforgiving, very wrathful, very jealous, all things that perfect love in Corinthians is not. Perfect love, Corinthians, the Bible, is all about perfection, forgiving totally, unconditional love. But this Christian God is very conditional. Love me, follow me, and sin no more, otherwise you'll go to hell. But I do believe you can't trust these entities. Now, also in the Bible, it says that we're not allowed to actually speak to the dead. The dead, once they're dead, waiting for so-called Christ to return, and then they will go up and be judged. But there's supposed to be a veil where we are not allowed to talk with the dead. And at night I upload paranormal where I believe it's Rob, my husband. But listen to this. What if it's my own grief? What if it's me as a psychic so badly wanting Rob to be here that I'm doing it? Alternately, I believe if it's not me, that there is an unknown entity out there. I don't know what it is, but it wants me to believe it's Rob. 1 minute it wants me to believe it's Rob. 1 minute it's a grey to somebody else, or it's a reptilian to somebody else. And I base this also on an experience I had. The year was 2001. The place was Woden Creek, Canberra. It was the Baha'i Centre, and the Baha'i Centre is in the middle of nowhere. It's surrounded by pine forests, and I had an abduction experience. But just before I had that experience, that night, I was reading a book, and I was reading about praying mantis type of aliens, and I was reading about the greys and such. Anyway, my abduction was a praying mantis. And something did happen because my son in another room saw a blue orb go down the hallway into my bedroom. And the dogs, we had 2 dogs, all went crazy. So I believe these things are deceiving us. I believe that you can't trust them. And I also believe UFOs, USOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them, unidentified objects, are also living entities themselves. And isn't it strange that, say, 100 years ago, people described UFOs differently? We've gone through phases, and went through phases of, like, say, rocket kind of things, cigar kind of things, to a typical, what I've seen, flying saucers, a typical, dome and a round flying saucer, to now people are seeing like plasma balls, orbs, and drone-like things. What does it all mean? I've just wanted to say that we are being deceived. That's what I feel, and I would encourage you to leave a comment. Do you think that they are truthful? Do you really believe that what we're seeing is the truth, or are we being deceived? And I'm telling you, read Dr. Carla Turner. Dr. Carla Turner was a professor of English, special type of English, and she's got interested in abduction experiences. The other thing why you can't trust all these entities, whether they're ghosts, poltergeists, or aliens, is they all seem to be like bullies. They all come to us mainly, the most proportion, nearly 98% of an experience happens at night. Nighttime, we're at our weakest. Nighttime, we're at our most vulnerable. Nighttime is when our brain says, go to sleep. And when we go to sleep, we're more at our most vulnerable for danger. We're at, and that's why do things happen to us at night? Why does sleep paralysis happen when we're sleeping? Why are we abducted in the middle of sleep? Or we're driving along at night and we see a shining light and are abducted. That's because at night, things go bump in the night. So please read Dr. Carla Turner. She found, as I said, she studied people who were abducted, and these abduction experiences aren't nice. You get a medical exam, sometimes you get an implant, sometimes you have radiation burns, you have scars. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. So these things are not nice. That's why I call them demonic. And by demonic, I don't mean like the Christians running around with little horns on their head. No, I mean you can't trust them. And they are interdimensional. They can do things in our dimension. They can appear to whatever we want them to look like in our dimension. They can appear as a ghost. They can appear like anything. Anyway, that's my thoughts, and I've had quite a few years' experience. I've seen so many things. I've seen aliens, I've seen ghosts, I've seen black shadows, and I believe it's all one and the same. Anyway, that's my belief. Thank you for listening. As I said, I'm not really well. I don't know whether it's medication I'm on. I'm on so many medications now, but I'm finding it very difficult to talk for a long time. I find my voice being strained. I'm sweating. So I think you're going to have to wait until I feel better for another video. Very sorry, but very grateful for every view I get. Now, please be kind to one another, and I'm not saying that I am right, but I'm please asking you, tread carefully. The information that whistleblowers are giving us, I think, are a bit of mis or disinformation. We're not being told the full story, because if we were, I don't think those people would be allowed to live. And I don't think the entities want us to know the full story. What do you think? And as I said, I'm not saying I'm right. This is just my experiences and my research. Okay, have a really wonderful weekend. And let me know your theories. And just before I go, I've even seen demon dogs on Palm Island, which is an Aboriginal reserve, which is just north of Townsville. There's a legend of demon dogs, and we were going to a friend's place through some cane and long grass, and we heard the noise of dogs barking, and I looked, saw red eyes, looked again, there was nothing there. And there was nothing there, yet we literally ran because these devil dogs were after us. And I've got many more stories I can share with you. I do have a book, and I will plug it here, because this book, I believe, tells you the truth. And it's called Seeing the Spirituality Behind the Negativity, a menu for the game of life, available at Amazon. I've got a lot of books available at Amazon. So I'm a great supporter of David Icke and a believer in Dr. Carla Turner. Please, please Look up Carla Turner. And if these things were good, they would not do these things to us. These are the kind of things that we do, and we're not a nice species. All right, be good, be nice to each other, love, light and blessings, enjoy your weekend. Thank you. Bye.